Thank you everyone for being here. Barbara, you're looking great. I love the color. I love the earrings. Destiny, you're looking great. So good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Um, I have so much to share and also a lot to hear. Barbara, before we begin, how is your health? So you're still on mute.
It could be better.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Say more.
Mm,
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for dedicating the time and spending some time with us. I really appreciate that, and I'm praying for full restoration of health. You are a very healthy person, so I'm praying for very rapid.
thank you. Normally so,
Yeah,
not right now. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for choosing to spend the time with us today.
Of course. Yes.
Destiny, how are you doing?
Okay, so SNAP benefits have actually started coming in, which is amazing, seeing how the government decided to not government for like over a month. Benefits were already coming here, and at first I only got half yesterday, but now I'm getting the other half tomorrow, which means someone help me with my self-control. I am going to go into the candy aisle, and someone better top me.
I
Go
love
I
ahead.
got I got myself a mint Oreo, so life is good. And other than that, I went. I'm totally in the process of figuring out what's wrong with my back. So my back has been acting up lately, and I'm assuming it's my tyreosis acting up. But it basically see what's wrong before winter hits and everything goes bad. Then
Hmm. Well, again, health galore to you, and also well done on everything and the progress you are going. You're going. There's,
hey,
the,
when in doubt, I have mint Oreo, so I'm happy.
good, good. It's so good to have you here. Thank you, Destiny. Let's see if Alexandru is with us. All right. So
I'm
yeah,
here. Yes,
can you
I'm here.
hear
Sorry,
us?
it's not, I struggle with the controls. My
It's
internet is kind of wonky. Sorry. Yeah,
no.
I'm here.
How have you been? How are you doing?
Well, I continue the fellowship, working the graphic design, doing the projects. A bit fatigued because I'm also job hunting on the spare time as well. Um, yeah,
So, so it's more challenging, right? This way.
yeah. I'm trying to return my portfolio, trying to look for guidance and stuff. I know someone to guide me because it's very hard because I keep getting rejected. It's like.
Yeah. I think that you just really have to like go at it, right? Like it sometimes it requires again and again and again, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it's when you see entry-level jobs asking 5 years of experience, and it's kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that. I felt that in my soul. I'm in the same boat, Alex.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you have to be really patient, really, really patient, and you will find it and you will get paid well, but you have to continue and don't take it personally as much as you can, okay?
Yeah, it's okay. But
You're very talented. You're very talented in graphic design and you're very good at managing teams and working with people. The place that will hire you will be so lucky. So don't give up.
yeah, I just struggle with presenting my ideas in a portfolio and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing wrong because I'm not getting any feedback from the people that they're like rejecting me. It's
So,
like, oh,
so a couple of things. First of all, I'll be happy if you share it on Slack or personally. I would love to look at it. Okay? That's number one.
okay.
Number two, assuming that something is wrong with your portfolio is an assumption. Sometimes it's a numbers game. I remember a year and a bit ago, I was in the dating world and I went again and again and again, and I felt that something was wrong with me. And I do have many things wrong with me, but that was not the situation. The situation was that it was a numbers game. I needed to
They
validate it.
yeah, dating is another can of awful for me. It never started for me, so
Well, you will solve the career and you will solve the dating. I wish the best for you in all realms. But just understand that this is a numbers game. Also, Destiny, Barbara, all of us. Sometimes success is a numbers game. So let's keep at it. I couldn't meet last week and I apologize about not showing up. So this is me holding myself accountable and verbally apologizing to you guys. The meetings are super important to me, and not coming to my own book club is a big no-no. So I hope that you will forgive me, and I hope that this will not happen again because I really look up. Yeah, this is my chance to see you and to catch up with you, and I've missed you the entire week. So not being able to see you was not cool. I remembered an hour later um, that I was to to join the club, but it was too late. I want to show you where I was. So I'm going to be sharing a video here in a minute. I was in Vegas, and um, it. I honestly don't really love traveling. Like some people were like, "Oh, you're going to Vegas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to
I
Vegas."
don't either.
I
I
don't
don't.
either. I don't
Yeah,
either.
I really,
That's in my cave.
I was not excited about going, but it it was a really important reason. I went to a conference that is a book conference, mostly for authors. And it was a 3 days conference of only the authors helping authors. And then at the last day, there was a convention called Reader Nation, in which authors get to meet readers. This is the table of an author called Lydia Shearer. And Lydia is a really prolific author. I'm very keen about reading her work. Her husband, I believe his name is David, was so kind and gave a presentation with authors about the success that he is having marketing his wife's work on Facebook. This is really important to me to stress. Most authors try and go to Facebook and they do, whatever, and then they say, oh, it doesn't work, so difficult. This guy is able to make thousands and thousands of dollars through sales on Facebook of his wife's work. So it was a good presentation that he gave. And I, in that presentation, realized that I'm not doing Facebook correctly. He said that it costs about $20 to get someone to click on an ad, sometimes even $30. And he said to me, when I came to him at the end of the lecture and asked about, whether he could help me, he asked me, how many books do you have? And I was like, I have one book out under the floorboards, and then I have another book, Kirk, um, and I'm working on publishing a third book, middle grade adaptation. And he was saying, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. And I was like, really? He said, you need to have more books out. You need to be able to sell a bundle. Look, even here, even on their table, we see the word bundle. You need to be able to sell a bundle because that's where the money is, in those bundles. And this is how you're able to pay for a Facebook ad that costs $20 per click. If you have a book that costs $20 and the ad costs $20 or $30, you're in the red. You don't even break even. So this was so revelatory for me. And Barbara would remember that years ago, I had a bunch of books out. And then
Yes, you did.
and then through, a series of events, eventually those books were unpublished. And I went into this deep psychological shame and began to think that the books were not good enough and unworthy, and spiraled into depression. And this going to Vegas was important because I was like, geez, I need to republish those books. I need to be able to sell bundles. And The Two Marias is a World War II. Under the Floorboards is a World War II. The other books that I wrote in the past, like the one about Zainab, is a World War II. I can package them as a bundle, as a World War II historical fiction. So what if it's not the same characters? It's a bundle. I also have a bundle of all of these non-fiction self-help books that I've written in the past. Mastermind, Brag Woman Brag, The Art of Loving Myself, The Fear of Success, Better Thoughts, Better Life, Every Other Moment. These were books that I wrote, published, and actually had sales. Some people
Yeah, I bought all of them. So
and
yeah, and read all of them.
read all of them. And
Yes.
some people really were so kind with their comments saying, this book changed my life. And so I think that my challenge right now is republishing. And I spoke to the chiefs in my team, specifically to Arfin and Brian and Kate. And together we are republishing bad copies, imperfect copies of the old books. There will be some formatting issues. The covers will, it will not be perfect, but we will republish them. Once it's out, once it's live, I will be nervous about having an imperfect product out there, and then it will kind of be the fire in my behind to get them reformatted well. Come on, it's in the market. We need to upload a new version, or we need to, correct all of these things. People are ordering them. We need to make a better version. But I do think that getting them republished as they are, without editing, without doing all of these million dreams that I have about revamping them, just uploading them is a big breakthrough. And I owe it to this group for supporting me for so long, especially to you, Barbara, all these years. And I owe it to this conference and meeting with David and wanting to work with him and him telling me, I cannot help you. Sorry, you need to have more books out there. So that's something that I've been contemplating. This is his wife, Lydia. She's been so sweet and supportive, and I'm really curious about reading her books. Look at how organized they are. Look at how organized they are. They have a tablet so that you can sign up. They have this for credit cards. It looks like they have some products, some bookmarks that they're giving, cards. Get your stickers. Look at that, stickers of characters. So this is an entire operation, an entire operation. Look at the bundle that it's so beautiful together. So I think John is learning of the business. It's always the business that has been my challenge to learn, and I'm learning it. I'm very happy to be learning it right now. I want to show you a few things about this reader conference. These were authors that I met that I was very excited about meeting. And These were readers, new readers that bought my book. I was so excited that someone came to my table and bought my book. I was like, oh, can we take a picture? So, so it was nice. Another thing that I owe this group some credit for, look at what I'm wearing. Look at what I wore. I wore these feminine, comfortable things that are not official. In my head, I always need to wear these button-down kind of black shirts and suit and a tie. And it was nice for me to come as a queer person wearing what I wear to an event with friends. And I think it did not attract everyone. Some people were like, "Woo! Who is this person running with a kilt in this conference or with a crop top?" But for other people, it attracted them, and that's my tribe. This tribe of queer, open-minded, liberal people. So I was happy about that, and having the courage to um, I think there is something about this is a queer author called JP. And I think that there is something about, wearing a colorful, flag, like very colorful LGBT shirt is a big deal. Barbara, you knew me when I didn't have the courage to wear any of these.
I sure did. And I said, just go for it. Go out there. And it took you a long time to go out there.
Took me
But when
years.
years, but then you did, and then you did again, and then you did again. And you looked wonderful, and everybody liked you. I wouldn't have kept reading your work had you not, because I've read forever lots and lots of authors, local here. Did you see James Patterson?
I'll tell you all about it in a minute.
Okay.
I'll tell you, but it's thanks to you, Barbara, that I remember the first time I sent you a photo of something I was wearing, and kind of afraid of your, maybe you will be less enthusiastic, maybe you will be, and you were like, I love it, looks great, and that's
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So going to this conference and daring to wear faux fur and colorful crop tops and skirts was a huge deal for me. And like shiny shoes with like bling. It was a big deal for me. So I think I'm becoming more of who I am. I'm allowing myself to be more of who I am, and I made some friends. And I think that's a big deal. I think in the past I was afraid of showing who I really am. And I think I made less friends because there was something more, external or unnatural about the way that I was presenting myself. Let me show you.
That's a good one.
Let me show you that. And here we are. This conference is getting full. Everyone is set up. Everyone has tables. The tables are very presentable. There is a huge line, and that line is for Willow Winters. Of course, I want to show it to you. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a whole line. It's hard to see, but there is a line for one author called Willow Winters, and we'll speak about her shortly. For Willow Winters, and I'll show you my desk. Here is the desk, and I share a table with Renita, and we are supporting one another and encouraging one another. These are Renita's books, and here is my books, the biography of Kirk, under the floorboards, the middle grade. So fun! And so it was the first time I had a table and sold my books, really. First time after years and years of being an author. It was the first time I was like, paying for a table at a conference. it looks like there were a lot of people, but I think that there could have been more. I did not come close to breaking even. It was a huge investment. Only a few books were sold. I did get about 30 emails of readers. And that was, I think, like soon after I saw that there were not enough people or that some people were not into buying. Um, I began to collect people's emails, and I think that that's exciting. Now I have, a core of a newsletter, and I'm excited about, sending them all personalized messages and moving on from there. I mentioned Willow Winters. Destiny, do you remember Willow Winters? Or
I remember Willow Winters, yeah.
Come here.
do you want to share a little bit about Willow Winters, or maybe Barbara does?
I'm sorry. Bernie's making me pick him up. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
I said I remembered Willow Winters. That means I remember talking about Willow Winters, not that I remember.
Let me tell you about Willow Winters because I look up to her so much. You guys, she's one of the only authors that I feel are innovative in the general book world, but specifically in the world of romance. She, I mentioned her before, how she does these discrete covers, books that are, sometimes romance and erotica, they are very potentially put offish or turning some people off, or people don't want to have others see what they read. So you understand sometimes, like, having a handsome guy on the cover, shirtless, is not for everyone to hold in their hands. So she also publishes this discrete covers in which you don't know what the book is about. Um, Even the title does not appear. Like it's not even the title. It's the two main characters that are appearing um, on the cover, and only inside you see the actual name of the book, which is The Beast and His Beauty. I read this book and I just loved her style. She took the Beauty and the Beast and she around. It was such a fun way of looking at the Beauty and the Beast. She made it really erotic. Like some scenes were so hot, like really hot. And I fell in love with the Beast. In here, she calls him Henry, I believe. And I fell in love with Elle. And I thought that she was so innovative, and look at how many bookmarks I've got. So I really look up to her. She does incredible social media. Her social media presence is just otherworldly. She is personable, authentic. She shows herself in her struggles. She consults with the viewers, and she's very natural, and I just love about her. She's very authentic. She and her husband Sean share 50-50 in the business, and he is really very active, and sometimes they do these videos together. They have a podcast that she brings him on, often with a few other authors. um, he he's so cute and funny, and like very he's very sweet, because you can see their laughter and their banter, and how they support one another. Um, and I just am very inspired by them as a couple. They're really a power couple in the world of publishing. And she's been doing it for, I think, 10 years, and really been building a career for herself. I'm going to share my screen just so you can see a couple of things. Um, One of the things that I love about her is her attention on aesthetics. She is she could have been an artist. Um, and in some ways she is an artist. Her the book covers are stunning, like stunning. Like I would want to put it on a shelf because like they're so beautiful, so beautiful. And she also understands the beauty of special editions. Look at her discrete the discrete books. Well, I showed you one of them, me holding it in my hands, but look at the beautiful pastel colors and how they look at it on a shelf together. Um, the way they look on a shelf is just
Somebody stitch this and just show me what your cool thing is. Then tell me.
so sorry. Let's try again. Hmm, I don't want.
Somebody stitch this and just show me what your cool thing is. Then tell me about.
Here is some of her videos, and I'm actually going to. So this is how it looks.
Oh, no, no, no. They are organized, but not like that. I wrote all of these books and I'm still writing. There are over 50 of them. And they are all spicy. All spicy.
So very prolific. Over 50 books. I think that now she's over 60 books. Very prolific. And like very good at writing good characters, believable, strong characters.
Romances with happily ever afters. Because that's my thing. Some of them have like pages and abduction. Some she's cuffed to the bed. Some are lighter, where like it's just banging the bartender on the bar top late at night in a small town. Others have like super heavy DS. Others have knife play and fire play.
So I really like her attitude, and I was really really happy. One of the reasons I went to Vegas to Author Nation was in order to meet her in person, to meet them. I wrote to them in the past. I contacted their assistant, and and I didn't receive responses. So going to Vegas was a great opportunity to get my book signed because I'm a fangirl and I got my book signed, which is like for me it's I don't know, it's a big deal because I really I hope to do the same with my books as she did with her career. And she's just very generous about what she learns. She was on several panels sharing very candidly about her mistakes. She said, we made so much money, and I told my husband, you're quitting your job and you're helping me. And that was before I understood, that's what she said in the panel, that was before I understood the implication of taxes. And yes, she was just so candid and authentic and vulnerable and learning, like sharing her learning. So I felt really very lucky to meet her in person, and one of my dreams is to collaborate with her to co-author a book or a series together because she knows how to turn scenes to make them come alive. And I've written a few erotica books, you would remember, Barbara, but I've never published them. So I'm curious, like I really want to do some happily ever after romance series with her. So this was a huge perk of going to Author Nation, meeting her and meeting other authors like the one I showed you, Lydia Shearer, and her husband David with the Facebook ads, and just meeting these people. It was worth the going to a conference and paying. I was very lucky.
You can write that off on your taxes.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I was really I was really lucky to win a scholarship for the conference, so I didn't have to pay for the entrance. Joe Solari, his wife Suze, the organizers, were very kind and generous to me, and I really hold that in such great gratitude. And I, the hotel was too expensive for me, so I went ahead and booked a cheaper hotel far away from the strip, and I navigated with an electric scooter. So I had this mini electric scooter, and I would carry books and stuff on my backpack. And I went back and forth to that expensive hotel from my poor, cheap hotel. And I was determined to make it happen.
You did that in the past as well. And you haven't had a partner to help you.
Yeah.
You haven't, it's been you.
Yeah.
On and on and on. And I continued to read. They were different. They were great. And I did read some erotica. It was very good. Still have it. And yeah, you didn't have someone, you know, Roy and I were partners. We built that business. First, he tried to do it by himself. I came in, I went with him to all the lectures. I talked to the women that were there. There were women firefighters and paramedics, and nobody paid attention. So I became friends with them. And then their husbands wanted to be more involved. So friendships, connections.
Yeah,
And you haven't had that, John. You haven't. So if they were just doing it all alone, it might not have been as spectacular as you think.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I do think that there is great advantage to power couples like Joe and Suze, and
Yeah.
like Willow and Sean, and like David and Lydia. Yeah, I'm very lucky to be dating right now, and Roxy is very supportive of me. But yeah, these are people that really work together,
Yes.
married,
Yes.
you know, over the years. It's very inspiring. I was a little bummed because I didn't get my I didn't get my Advantage book signed. This is a great book by Joe that speaks about the power of building community of super fans. And this has been my Bible over the past year and a half. This is Destiny, why we went to Kickstarter. This book, this book, because he speaks about how to like build a dedicated following. So I didn't get that signed. I didn't get his wife's book signed. I have a few of her books, and she is really great when it comes to fashion and like how to repurpose things, and how to assemble a good wardrobe. I've been using her books, and how to pack, and so I didn't get that signed, which forces me to go to another event, which I hope to go. I envision in the future me being able to travel to these author conferences, reader conferences, and being able to connect to readers, meet readers face to face, and to have the expenses be covered by sales of books, or I don't know, speaking fees and stuff like that. So that's the vision. I will tell you that I noticed that there are several steamy conferences, conferences that are about smut and erotica, these genres that I love reading ever since 50 Shades of Grey a million years ago. I love reading them. I love binging on them. And usually when I'm in a Facebook group, I'm one of the like only male appearing person in a group of mostly female readers, which again is part of my inner personality, feeling like a female. Like I really do love those books, and I do love the romance and the erotica. So I would love to republish my old books, to publish some books that I never had the courage to publish. Barbara, you read The Queen's Harem, about
Yes.
that boy in China, not boy, like this 18-year-old in China, with the Empress, and I never published it. I never published it.
Hey, John.
There were so many, and it was hard for you because you were in a different place, a different time, and you've been trying to do everything on your own. So honestly, reaching out to these other people, I think that's how Roy and I became successful as a couple. I went to every conference with him. I talked to all the wives and the women. I didn't care about them at all, but he did because their husbands were other doctors. So we made a lot of connections in 24 years. I hear from these people now. How are you doing? What's going, and I started my own book all over. Yep. I started right from the start, and I've added and subtracted, and I'm getting there. Plus, I wrote a beautiful poem to go with it. So, yeah.
Yay.
Hey, sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, Sandro.
It's okay if I leave a bit early. I listened intently to everything you said, like it's very interesting. But I need to be somewhere. It's okay if I leave a bit early.
Thank you for having joined us. Thank you, Alexandra.
Okay, thank you, John. It was very I don't know how to I'm super tired. Sorry, it's just my words doesn't come out.
No worries. Thank you so much for having joined us.
Thank you for having me. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Same with you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Barbara. I think, yeah, meeting people face to face, having that interaction, creating those friendships, it's super important. And I didn't go last year to
No,
this.
you went the year before, but
Yeah, I went the year
Mhm.
before, and this last year I couldn't find the funds. So this time I took my car, and like a big girl, I traveled there and made it happen with the limited budget that I had. And I envision each year being able to have more and better accommodation, and better table, and that is my hope.
you should write about how you are able to do that, because you make a little go a long way, and you've done that for a long time too. People want to know about that. Everything's expensive now, it's more. So that's a good one.
Yeah, I would love to write about that as well. So this is basically where I'm standing right now. Thanks to Destiny and Bernadette and their team, we finished the campaign of the boy under the floorboards. It was fully funded thanks to Destiny's determination. Together with Bernadette, they were determined to get it fully funded. And now I'm excited about fulfilling this project. So printing it and sending it, and also starting with a new project. I really want not to give up on Kickstarter because I think that if I stick to it, we'll be able to unlock that door. And there are so many readers on Kickstarter who are interested in supporting.
Bernadette is trying to join.
Okay, great. I'll admit Bernadette here. We're about to finish, but it would be nice to have her. Um, Hey, Bernadette, thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
Hallelujah, it worked.
Thank you. You know what
I
what
was pet support.
you know what worked, Bernadette, was you talking to Destiny. Because had Destiny not vouched, I didn't know that it was you in the waiting room, and had Destiny not vouched for you, I would have. I thought it was Anissa, so I didn't know this person. So it's good.
That's my real name.
Amazing
Oh,
too.
great.
And yeah, Anissa's my real name. And for some reason, it switched over to my previous account. It's
It does that
odd. Oh,
sometimes.
I'm in a meeting. Go away.
Oh, I'll go.
Okay, go in the kitchen.
Bye, Minto. Bye, Minto.
That was Destiny saying hi and bye.
Hi, bye.
I really appreciate you joining us, Bernadette, and I will also hope that you'll be able to watch the recording, because in the last 40 minutes we caught up, and I also shared a lot about what happened in Vegas. And I would love for you to watch it, and you've been so supportive throughout this journey, and I would love, and I think that also you'll be able to get some inspiration for your writing. So
Thank you. Can you send me the link?
yes, I will. I will send you
Thank
the
you.
Right now, as we're beginning to wrap up, I will just tell you that I'm more psyched and excited about writing and about this career than ever. Um, James Patterson was a huge reason why I went there. I've been, worshiping him, idolizing him for a decade now. Um, he was not feeling well. He contracted COVID, but
Wow.
he was so sweet to nevertheless hop on a Zoom call and to be interviewed by author J.D. Barker with us. So JD stood in the audience and interviewed James, and James was so sweet and so kind. And it was a really great interview. I have watched all the interviews that James has given over the years. So I knew most of the stories. I would say I knew all of the stories. But what I enjoyed the most was J.D. Barker's feedback. After the meeting, after the interview, JD went deeper into his collaboration with James and what the things that he learned from James and also about James's perseverance. And the one thing that I would like to conclude today's meeting with is this lesson. James Patterson was published when he was 26.
Mm.
But I knew that his career was slow to take off afterwards, but I didn't know how long it took. And JD, having worked with him and having co-authored with him, said that it took James 17 additional years after he was published before he became a best-selling author. 17 years. And that to me was like a aha moment in which I was like, okay, I haven't been at it for 17 years.
Right.
I haven't. So I am determined to make this career work and to be able to meet readers and to affect readers the way that books have affected me. Books changed my life, and I want to be able to affect and help change people's lives. I'm going to share Bernadette's link for Bernadette's Kickstarter in the WhatsApp group so that everyone here and outside this recording can see it and support it. I'm very excited about supporting it myself. And I will just want to thank you all for supporting me, supporting this career, and being such an amazing chosen family for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anything you guys would like to add as we wrap up?
I would like to ask, is the letters of Totov the one oh the book that we read to begin our internship? Are the phobos and letters of
Yeah.
letters of
Yes,
Leo.
yeah. Yeah,
Is that going to be included in your
yes.
bundle of releases? Says very, very should. I told you this already. Yes, very, very should.
Thank you so much. You're so kind. It's being released under its old title, which is Dear Tolstoy, Yours Gandhi. So it's being released right now, and I hope to, in the future, revamp it and rename it to Letters to Leo. But I'm trying not to hold myself back and to republish the old one first and then to carry on from there.
I
Uh,
just know that I'm happy you're finally publishing the book that I said should have been published in the full. Bernadette, hi.
Go ahead, Bernadette. Thank you, Destiny, for that support.
My 1 minute or less version here. Thank you very much for sharing that link. Please push the link as much as you can, everybody, and ask people also not only for the support, but to click on the notify when launched
Great,
button.
great. Today we will be having the Kickstarter mastermind an hour later than usual. Well, it's going to be recorded as well, and I'm going
Okay.
to share the link with that group as well. So
Thank you.
yeah,
I have an important appointment that I have to leave for after this. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to have all of you, and I'm so happy for your support. Barbara, I would love if you would stay with me for a couple of minutes.
Sure.
Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, Bernadette. And thank you, everyone, for watching this recording.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Just 1 minute. Thank you for watching this recording.